Hello, welcome to Newbreed Film Reviews. This is episode number 8. I'm here with Brian and Dave.
Hello.
What's up?
I am Paul, and tonight we're going to be talking about our favorite animated movies. Basically top 3.
Not in my realm.
It's not in Dave's realm at all. Personally, I love animated movies. I watch all of the Pixar movies. I've watched all the Disney movies when I was a kid, so I'm just a huge fan. So I'm going to let one of you guys kick it off, though, with which one you want to start with. I want to hog up all the airtime, so.
Who's going to start that one?
Wait. Brian, you want to talk about the, you want to talk about something different?
We can talk about
first,
it next
right?
episode.
Next episode? Okay, yeah, we're recording 2 episodes tonight, so these are going to be a little bit shorter. We want to try a new format out and see how it works. So, alright, go ahead. Sorry.
So, when you think animations and stuff like that, I wasn't sure what realm you wanted to go into. You know, you can think animations, you think like Pixar, or if you're talking animations like, cartoon movies, or if you're thinking like comic book kind of style movies. So, kind of within that realm, I kind of danced around different ones that I could think of. And, obviously at the end of the episode, I'd like to go through a couple ones that obviously from our childhood that we definitely can think of animations that really get for us. So obviously the first one I'm going to go with, and, I'm sure everyone in the entire world, when they think animations, they think of this movie, would definitely have to be Finding Nemo.
Yeah, that's number 1 on my list.
Which I saw.
Exactly. And it's actually.
Go ahead.
You know, with Finding Nemo, actually, if you look at top ratings, it's actually one of the top rated ones. It really is up there. Cause all around, it's just a well-rounded movie. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's a kid's movie, but it really, you know, draws you into the story. And I don't know, I just like it. There's a bunch of quotable things. The cool thing, you know, like, Bruce, the big shark that's in the movie.
Hello.
They named him Bruce after, like, the Jaws. They named the animatronic shark that's in Jaws Bruce. That's like what his nickname was, so they named that. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, that definitely be at the top of my animations list. Definitely one of the ones that I own, and one of the ones that I think will rank up there forever. Even though it's relatively new, so it's kind of crazy that it's still ranked up higher than some of the other ones from our childhood. But you know, it stands the test of time.
I was going to add, while Brian was talking about Finding Nemo, I was going to interject that I saw it for the first time like a year ago, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dragged my ass out to go see it.
Yep.
I'm a Pixar hater.
Yeah,
Yes.
Don't be. Another fun fact about that movie, when they were first animating it, it looked so realistic that the producers had to tell the animators to actually take it down a notch, because they didn't want kids they wanted the kids to suspend their belief, but not so much so that, how do I explain this? They didn't want the kids to actually think that it was real life, like this was actually happening, because they didn't want them to get freaked out. It's on the behind the scenes of the DVD.
In simple terms, they wanted it to still look cartoony.
To an extent,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you for summing that up for us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, yeah, because I totally messed up that
Simple-minded
explanation
people like me, you gotta break it down kindergarten.
Yeah. And just like people had said, Dave's never been much for cartoons. You know, if you ask him about his favorite childhood movies, it would probably be like Night of the Living Dead and the Freddy movies. Those would be the ones that he remembers from his childhood, not any of the normal kid ones.
I'm down with cartoons, but like those Japanese ones, those crazy ones.
Right. That's
yeah.
the ones with the demented stuff.
Yeah, Vampire Hunter D, like, you know, crap like that.
So Nemo was my favorite movie animated movie, as far as the, I should say CGI animated movies, the Pixar style, DreamWorks, stuff like that, up until yesterday, when I watched a movie called Big Hero 6.
Yeah, I wanted to check that out. A lot of people said it was really funny.
Yeah, it's good. It's real good. It's a Disney movie, but it's not a Pixar movie.
Does Vin Diesel do the voice?
No.
Oh,
I am Groot.
That was Iron Giant.
He didn't do Iron Giant, did he?
Yeah, dude. I swear he did Iron Giant.
I don't think I even watched that one.
Me either.
But
it was good, Paulie. Definitely worth a watch.
Oh, absolutely.
I saw that in the red box. I was going to check it out.
That's what I did. I red boxed it. I enjoyed it. I'll probably make that a purchase to add to the collection.
Quick little side note, guys. Can you just let me know if there's a cat meowing in my feed? Cause my damn cat's in heat. You gotta let me know if you hear like a meow.
She's not.
All right, I'll give you the heads up.
Cause I'll let the dog in. And that's a wrap for that. No, she's not.
Yeah, so Big Hero 6 was good. It was a very touching story. They really know how to pull at your heartstrings, get you right in the feels. It's good. It's a new top CGI movie for me.
That's good. I'll have to check it out. I saw it and it got my attention. Like I wanted to check it out. I wouldn't see it in theaters.
Called San Francisco. So it's San Francisco and Tokyo mix. It's a weird setting, but it's actually really cool how they did it. Like everyone's kind of like Japanese American.
Yeah.
And it deals with robots and all sorts of real cool stuff. It's a cool premise and, they made it different because he's not like a metal robot. He's a robot that's basically a balloon. But
I know what movie you're talking about now. He looks like
and it works with the story.
Man.
Yeah,
that one.
But it's good. I recommend it to anyone.
He has like an exosuit, right?
Watch.
Like he has like an exosuit,
like that red
covering.
suit. Yep.
Yeah, at some point in the film he does, which all ties into the storyline. There's a bad guy, so
I got one. Big Hero 6 versus Iron Man.
That'll be the next Disney movie because they're both Disney.
Yeah.
They're gonna recruit him in the Avengers.
Yep.
All right.
So what do you got, Dave? I'm actually interested to see what you.
I am too.
What you've come up with.
Well, come on. With my mental capacity, you could imagine what I'm gonna bring up. I'm just gonna spit it out. G.I. Joe, the animated movie. Come on.
Of course.
1980 something. G.I. Joe, the animated movie. I'm
okay with that.
The movie the drama was at a all-time high with that movie when Cobra Commander got dethroned and he got attached to this like tree stalk thing and he got his mask taken off. Then he turned into a snake and Roadblock had him on his back and he was like rapping and like walking through water. I recommend it as a great children's cartoon.
Oh yeah, definitely. You think I should have Jonah watch it?
It's up there, dude. It's up there with Toy Story. I would, yeah.
Oh.
But all jokes aside, for me, G.I. Joe, the animated movie is a classic. That movie drew like a lot of controversy because there was death in it. Like they killed Duke. Duke got shot, like he got hit like with a God, I sound like such a dork. He got hit like with a snake from like Serpentor. And he dies and yeah, it was sad. General Hawk cried.
Dude, I don't know how you have this vast amount of useless movie knowledge.
Dude, well, that's all explained in the movie.
No, I know. I don't know how he holds on to that though. How do you hold on to that stuff?
He's laughing because not even 10 minutes ago, I didn't even know what episode we were on.
Right. Like normal.
But you can retain the freaking name of the special weapon that some random dude in G.I. Joe effing died from.
Look, I know something's wrong with me. You guys don't have to. You don't got to throw it in my face every podcast.
But that's awesome. That's good for this show. It's better than what we do. I sit here like, I think this is what happened in a movie I just watched last night.
There's like two people out there been like, I remember that spear snake thing. Believe it.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, I'm on.
So that's my pick. G.I. Joe, the animated movie. Check it out if you're an 80s baby. If you're elderly like me.
Wait, we're not recording audio, you said, right?
Audio?
No. I mean video?
Yeah.
No.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second then.
All right. Whose goal is it for a pick, Bri?
Whoa.
I don't know. He did Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
I started.
Shit,
I
that's
think
not
so.
going to work.
Back to me.
I can't see my own list.
It's Noob Saibot from Mortal Kombat. He's a shadow.
Wait, which
Hey,
Mortal
on a
Kombat
side note,
is that?
On a side note, did you see
Sub-Zero?
that the new Mortal Kombat, they're gonna have Jason as a character?
Dude, that's sick.
Jason Voorhees.
But didn't they have Freddy in one of them?
I think so, but the new one they're coming out, they're gonna have Jason in it.
That's pretty cool.
I thought that was pretty sweet. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, they don't have nothing to do with Mortal Kombat, but
No.
that's
They're
just throw
cool
Michael
characters to
Myers.
have in the mix, though.
Let's throw Michael
Yeah.
Myers in there.
Yeah, why not?
It's lame.
He'd be too slow in the process.
I want them to bring back Mortal Kombat 2 for the new gen consoles.
Dude, I was
think that should be
beast.
good.
That was the
beast.
best Mortal Kombat game ever.
Dude, I was beast for Cabal, like in Mortal Kombat 3. I hate those combos.
3 to me was like the fall of the Empire.
How dare you?
2
dare you.
was king, especially when when that dude popped up and he was all like toasty, and then you like did the back A and you ended up in like a whole new realm, but it was only in certain times. My brother and I would sit there and spend hours just doing the same move over and over again, waiting for that guy to pop up so we could do the code so we go into that new place.
Not to go on a Mortal Kombat rant, but like, you know why I still like,
Yeah, nuts.
you know why I still like 3? I think it still stood within the Mortal Kombat storyline. Like, cause Sub-Zero, he had no mask and a scar on his eye, and then
It was the last one to stay in that storyline.
Yeah, and then he went off the deep end, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's your goal, right, Brian?
Yeah, go Brian.
Hey, I'm actually the one that brought us up to go off topic, so that's just the way it goes. So I guess I'm gonna pick another Pixar movie. I mean, they actually dominate as far as animations go. That's what comes to the front of my mind. Obviously, this is their first Pixar movie. Let me ask you guys if you can name this one.
I think I already
What's
know.
Pixar's first
Toy
movie?
Story.
Oh,
Yes.
I totally got this.
You're a little late to the party, man.
So, I mean, all around, groundbreaking. So you have to give him credit for absolutely being groundbreaking as far as developing the movie with the animations and the CGI and everything like that, how they did it. And also, I mean, they have characters that lasted forever through a franchise of 3. You have Buzz Lightyear and you have Woody and everyone else. It actually, still at this age, even not being a kid, you can still laugh for some parts.
Oh, for sure.
So,
all of them movies you can.
I agree. Like, I'm not even a Pixar, like, that style, like, a movie fan, and I know Toy Story. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's
like right at the top of the list, yeah.
Who doesn't
When
know
you're talking
Toy Story?
animations. Yeah, when you're talking animations, Toy Story is definitely right at the top. So that would be one of my major picks.
Yeah, that's a given right there. Who's go?
That's mine, huh? All right, so I'm gonna go back a little old school to real animation, hand-drawn animation, and this is a movie that always got me emotionally, and it's The Brave Little Toaster.
What?
Dude, I was honestly gonna put that on my list, but I didn't.
That is,
And I asked someone, I was talking to someone the other day and I was like, do you remember The Brave Little Toaster? And they're like, yeah, with the toaster and the lamp
brave.
and the
He was
vacuum
smart.
cleaner.
The vacuum, bro,
And,
when the vacuum was starting to suck everything up and he almost sucked up his own cord, that was one of the scariest moments of my childhood. I'm not
I
kidding.
can't believe you brought that movie up.
And it was so sad with the blanket. Oh, the toaster just wanted his friend back and he was,
Yeah. That's it.
I am disappointed in you guys. Like, I'm bringing up G.I. Joe the movie, and you guys are talking about some toaster and a blanket. I want out of this.
Brave
I want
Little
out of this
Toaster.
podcast team. Okay.
Hey, we're talking about animations. You gotta go kids. Usually.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's another one. South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut was a great animated movie.
That's
adult one.
Yeah, but hey, I didn't specify childhood. I just said animated, so we can go in any direction we want.
Hey, Beavis and Butthead Do America. How about that?
That was good too. I
That's a
remember when that
classic.
came out, being like, "Oh my god, there's a freaking movie for that."
Yeah, fire.
Hey, you don't want to get us sued for using a likeness.
That wasn't Beavis and Butthead. That was Beatrice and
That was Dave having Tourette's. Dave
Yeah.
has actually a slight case of Tourette's. You guys haven't heard it before, but that's his Tourette's.
Exactly.
All right, so Dave, you're up next.
I'm next? Okay, I'm just gonna throw this out. Transformers the movie.
Can't count that.
Why not, dude?
It's mostly live action with animation.
No,
in it.
I'm talking about the 1986
Let's talk about the cartoon
Transformers.
one.
Where
I thought you meant the Michael Bay movie.
no, dude,
He would never pick a Michael Bay movie. Never pick a Michael Bay
never.
movie. Ever.
No, I thought he was being facetious and sarcastic. I didn't realize that he was.
Transformers. Let me just break this down. Transformers, the animated movie. Ironhide gets killed by Megatron. He gets shot with a photon cannon blast on the ship, and let me see. Ironhide dies, and so does Wheeljack, the medic one, and so does Jazz, the one that was cool that looked like a coupe, and then Devastator. Remember the Constructicons, and they turned into a big guy called Devastator?
No, because you know how old I was when that movie came out?
Well,
No, they all merge together, right? They all attach
yeah.
to one another and they make a giant one. Right?
exactly. Spoilers.
It's like the Megazord from Power Rangers.
Spoilers for everyone who's gonna watch it now. So the Autobots, they get the Dinobots to fight Devastator, and it's a bit. Grimlock was like, "Me, Grimlock kick butt." It was awesome, dude. Okay, that's my pick. I'm sorry.
That was a emotional. All those people dying in the movie
Dude, I'm not-
really tugged at my emotional strings.
No, you know what was
just as much as Bambi.
Okay, serious talk though. Do you guys remember the guy Soundwave with the little tape deck guys? He was a bad guy. He was a Decepticon. He had like little tape decks that turn into like a hawk guy, Laserbeak, and a little puma.
Not at all.
Oh man, but the Autobots had a dude who was a tape deck guy too, and he started fighting Soundwave, and then the little tape beings started like fighting next to them. It was cool. Anyway, I give it 4 stars. I'm done. Can someone else take it? Take the mic.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, sure. Good. No problem. So I'm going to take a step back too. You know, Dave, you keeps pulling on all these really old movies. You just pulled a really old movie. So obviously this one is a classic. It just came out in 3D actually, 2 years ago or whatever, re-released in 3D. And me and my wife went and go see it. Lion King.
Oh, I cannot believe that wasn't on my list, dude. That was my favorite movie, animated movie as a child after it came out. Going up to it, there was obviously others, but
Yeah. James Earl Jones did the voice.
yeah, man.
Did
Mufasa.
Mufasa, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, you got that heart wrencher of Scar, you know, letting him die.
Oh,
You know who
is
voiced
there a
Scar?
sadder part in any movie? Any movie.
You know who voiced Scar? The guy who was the villain in Die Hard 3. I forgot.
Yeah.
And he was in the Time Machine.
Gruber?
Yes.
Gruber?
No, Hans Gruber was, I think, in the first Die Hard. It was the third one, his brother.
This is a question that comes up on Trivia Craft for me all the time, and I always forget to remember that name. But
Jeremy
right.
Irons. Jeremy Irons. That was Scar.
But no one can deny that they haven't seen Lion King or that they don't have a little part in their heart for it, you know?
That's true. Dave, even you have to admit that.
Nah, dude, I liked I was gonna say Iron King. Wow. I like Lion King. That's a classic, man. That's like in the same realm of like Aladdin. You know what I mean? Like,
Which is on my list. I have Aladdin on my list.
that's the same like era, you know, like when Disney did those, right?
Yeah, the 90s
Yes.
a lot of people can argue that like the Snow White movies, the Cinderella movies, all that shit back in, you know, the 40s, 50s, whenever they released those movies came, you know, they were good and they were popular and they were even still a part of my childhood. But to me, the 90s, animated movies from Disney, Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, those movies, Aladdin,
Jungle Book.
Oh, God.
Jungle Book was from before our time, bro.
Yeah, Jungle Book and Land Before Time. Land Before Time was ours,
Time is
right?
also on my
Yeah.
list. Yep.
Bambi.
Yep.
That's when Littlefoot, you know, there's
Bambi.
a meteor
Yep.
and everyone. Yeah.
That movie made me cry.
Well, they all make you cry.
You
like,
gotta cry at the beginning. You
that's
gotta
Disney
cry.
movies.
His mom dies.
Mama,
Or baby's mom.
Yeah,
Gets shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an emotional
Dude,
moment.
Land Before Time was messed up.
Land Before Time was. I heard an interesting theory on Land Before Time the other day, and it was that they were already dead, and they were just. I don't remember. It was something like they were just trying to get to like heaven, or they were trying to go to somewhere that didn't exist. I can't remember exactly how the theory went, but it was different from the actual storyline that was there. But it made you think, like, you know, that's very, very possible.
I heard. Go ahead, Paul.
That's pretty much what I got, man.
I heard The Land Before Time was actually movie trivia, but The Land Before Time was a prequel to Jurassic Park.
I heard that too. I did.
I heard that.
Yep.
Boo.
I heard Steven Spielberg actually watched The Land Before Time and he got inspired to do Jurassic Park. That's what I heard.
You never know. You never know.
So another one that's on my list. This one is a CGI, even though the hand drawn movies are near and dear to my heart. And Cars. I think Cars is.
Oh, dude, that's a classic.
An excellent.
Cars is. Yeah.
Excellent movie.
Dude, you know. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, they did Disney's always got a good way of bringing things to life and adding personality to inanimate objects. But there's something about Cars that already makes people feel like they have personalities. You know, we call them she and her and all this other stuff, and oh, she's got this kind of personality. So for them to actually add a personality to these things was genius, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
I was gonna.
Go
ahead, Paul.
No, you go. Go ahead.
Sorry,
you can interrupt me. You can interrupt me. It's okay.
I was gonna say, I was just thinking about how interesting it is, like the evolution of like animated films. Like, and you kind of touched on it, Paul. Like, you got the old school ones like Bambi, The Jungle Book, and all that hot garbage. And then you got the 90s ones. I'm just joking.
Hot garbage.
They were cool. And then you have the 90s era where it was like that two-dimensional, but creeping into 3D. Cause I think they try to creep into 3D with Aladdin. You know what I mean? Like they kind of were like mixing it.
Yeah.
And then
they were adding dimension to the 2D, but it was, it was still flat, but you could tell that there was depth in there.
Yes. And then they evolved to what we have now. And I think it may have started with Toy Story, like full animated CGI.
Yeah.
That's a good point. You can definitely see, and what's kind of cool is that, I mean, we weren't born obviously for like the Tom and Jerry era and stuff like that. I think that's really before us. And obviously like the beginning parts of like Looney Tunes and stuff. But honestly, within our generation, within our time, you know, we kind of actually watched this, you know, we're not the ones that have watched film progress, but we've watched animated film progress. You know, we've been there from being a little kid watching it all the way up to where it is now. And, you know, they're coming out, not only is it three-dimensional, but it's 3D off the screen as well, you know, so it's pretty cool. You know, we can say that we've watched it from the start almost.
All right. So is that, I think that's time for us, right?
We're at 23.
23. All right.
I still got some picks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's some closing statements here.
All right. I got, let me see. One of them on my list was like a nod and it was Finding Nemo. I had to throw that nod out there.
Yep.
And then these films you guys are probably not familiar with. I used to be big into like Japanese animation. And,
no way.
Yeah. Yes way, dude. Vampire Hunter D, badass anime. Ninja Scroll, if you're into like Japanese anime, that's a badass anime. Fist of the North Star.
You know what?
And I got one more. Dude, Fist of the North Star is it's the ish.
Yeah.
And my last one for that genre is, Devilman by the company called Manga. It's a cool premise. Like, that one is like this, high school kid that gets like picked on and like like angels exist and like demons and all that stuff and whatever. And he, like evil is like taking over the world, and the only way he can combat it is to like merge with like the most powerful like evil entity, but he has to like somehow control it, not let it take him over, and just use its powers. And it's a very graphic and gory cartoon. It's just really cool. And they had like a sequel to it, but I recommend the original if you're into animes.
Speaking of like animes, I got really into I don't know if you guys have heard of this. It's called Initial D.
Yeah, I used to play the game at the casino.
Yeah, so it's basically it's like a Japanese kind of car racing show, and it all starts out with this kid who his father was a champion racer, and he delivers tofu, and his father teaches him how to drive, and he makes him drive through like the windy mountains of, you know, like Tokyo and stuff like that, and he makes him keep a glass of water in the center of the car, and this guy can like, you know, whip around corners and really close to the guardrail without spilling the water, this young kid. So all of a sudden he starts racing people, and it doesn't matter what car you put him in there because he has this like natural ability to be able to drive and to be able to race. So it's pretty cool. You know, he has this unassuming car. It's like a 8.6 or something like that. It's like this little tiny Toyota pretty much.
Probably
and he's
Corolla.
and he's like stomping like these like souped up like you know, like Acuras and stuff like that, and turbo cars and stuff, and he does like blindfold races, and he does one race where you have to do the whole thing taped to the steering wheel and stuff like that. So
And
yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a cartoon.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's like a Japanese anime.
Yeah, it's called Initial D. It's pretty good.
Interesting. Those are my picks, man. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Ones that we haven't touched on. I love this movie. It's definitely a kids movie, but it has a huge parent aspect to it as far as like jokes and stuff. Would have to be Shrek. Eddie Murphy nails. Yeah, he nails like the adult comedy the whole time throughout the kids. So
as an adult, I actually went and saw Shrek 3 at the theater without any children with me.
When did that come out? That came out like early 2000.
A few years ago.
Right?
Shrek 3?
Yeah. No, the original.
Oh, the original? Yeah, the original was
I think it was like early 2000.
That was like the last time Eddie Murphy was relevant, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Possibly.
This is his last big role. Last big role.
Yeah. That was
he played an ass.
After the Nutty Professor, like, you know.
We can make fun of him all we want, but he's laughing all the way to the bank.
He is.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I know, I got, obviously, like you talked to, I got Aladdin on here.
Mm-hmm.
And one other one, which is pretty cool. Did you actually finally check this one out, Dave? WALL-E?
No,
I still haven't seen WALL-E.
I didn't get to. I wanted to. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Wasn't there like another robot one that came out though? Is WALL-E, and it was a more recent one. Damn. Maybe it's the one that Paul mentioned.
Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
But WALL-E, if you watch it, it's kind of crazy that it was done, I don't know, I'm just being facetious here, maybe 8 years ago. But it kind of like, not to be preachy about the movie, but it actually it touches on the fact that we have no social aspects with each other anymore. You're following a robot, but he's in the future, and the robot is watching all these people that like are all super fat, can't get off their seat, are not eating anything bad, and they have conversations to everyone through iPads, you know, and they don't talk, they don't interact anymore. Being social with someone is completely cut off. So it makes the statement of the fact that, you know, in the future, if we don't do something about it, there's going to be a real social aspect, and that's going to be cut off completely. So it's kind of cool.
Go ahead, dude.
It has a real big meaning behind the movie. And especially the fact, like, his sole thing through the movie is trying to save this plant because the world is crappy and everyone's like in outer space, and he found like a plant, and he's trying to save it in outer space. So it's kind of cool.
What? Okay.
It's a good.
What do you got touching on that? Like that's a whole nother topic right there. Like what do you guys feel about, these subliminal, like weird subconscious messages they pump out to like our kids with these cartoons? Cause they teach them like lessons and weird like things like that through these animated movies.
I think they're good. Because I don't think enough parents are teaching the lessons.
As long as they're morally like correct, you know what I mean? But like,
yeah, but Have you come across one that you found yet that wasn't?
Probably Devilman.
Well, okay, well,
That's not a kid's one.
the title alone kind of gives that away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wholesome flick, I assure you.
Yeah.
No, dude, can I just drop a couple of TV shows, like cartoons?
For sure.
Yeah.
I have a huge list though because
Dude.
most of the 90s were
I'm gonna tell
amazing
you.
for cartoon shows.
I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you.
right.
Thundercats. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna drop.
Jesus, you're bringing it way back.
Dude, Thundercats. I'm gonna drop Silverhawks, which is very similar. I'm gonna drop Care Bears and My Little Pony.
Care Bears for sure. My Little Pony I never watched.
What about the
Care
Jetsons?
Bears for sure.
What about the
Jetsons.
Jetsons?
Dude, Woody Woodpecker hour.
Rugrats, Doug,
Yep.
Recess.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh, what
Tom and Jerry.
was the little guy, who's the guy? He's bald-headed. He hates germs. He's a germaphobe. He voiced the character.
Hey Arnold.
Bobby's World. Bobby's World.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tasmania.
Yep.
That was a.
Those are all pretty good.
Yeah.
Animaniacs.
Animaniacs.
The Batman animated
Dude,
series.
Tiny Toon Adventures. What you
Yup.
want to do with that?
Muppet Babies.
I love that was a super fun Super Nintendo game. I love the Tiny Toons Super Nintendo game.
I don't
when
think
I
I
was a
ever
kid.
played it.
I never
It's
played
fun.
that one.
It's Tiny Toons
Hold on.
Olympics.
I have
Check it out on
another
Super
movie to
Nintendo.
add, but I don't know
Plucky
if
was
this
the
fully
man.
counts.
Plucky Duck.
I'm gonna throw this movie out there. If you guys don't feel it counts, then fair enough. But I think this one, I can't believe I left this off my list. Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's
Who
like
Framed Roger Rabbit?
that's an animated mix though.
Yeah, that's why I
It
said
is.
I don't know if it's gonna count.
If
But
you're
it's
gonna
like
drop that, let's just drop Cool World.
I don't know. Cool World.
Brad Pitt.
I don't know
Yep.
it.
You don't remember Cool
It's
World?
kind of around the same era.
Oh.
Jessica. Wait a minute. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Did they have like a hot animated blonde cartoon?
Yeah.
Redhead.
No, she was a redhead, man.
Mhm.
Sexy.
Who?
Jessica Rabbit. That is his wife.
Jessica Rabbit? That was his
She
wife.
was like a
wife.
cabaret
Yeah.
singer.
Man, cartoon.
I had a crush
Anyway.
on that cartoon girl.
Anyway.
All right, gentlemen. I think that about wraps up our show. We had episode
This is
8
Yep.
on animations, and we're going to be coming back for episode 9. We're going to talk about greatest movie endings. So if you guys want to contact us, you can contact us through our Facebook. You can contact us through Twitter at Newbreed Film. And you can contact us through email at newbreedfilmreviews2014@gmail.com.
And we have a YouTube channel.
And we also have iTunes. We have a YouTube channel as well. And you can go to that one. That's youtube.com/newbreedfilmreview 2014.
Sure.
Just go to
Just type
YouTube and then
Newbreed
search
Film
Newbreed
Reviews.
Film Review and you'll find it.
Just go to Google and type in New Breed Film Reviews and you'll find us on one of our various places.
Yes.
Yes.
Please leave notes, subscribe, email us. We need to know how we're doing. Otherwise, we're just going to keep doing a shitty job if that's what we're doing. So, have a good night.
Later, boys.
Good night, gentlemen.